Hey, wait, what you say? Do you wanna dance? Hello everyone, we are the Busker from Malta. I'm Dav.Jr, I'm the vocalist.
I'm Sean, I'm the saxophone player.
I'm John Paul, the drummer.
As a band, we're very close knit, and you can say we're best friends, and we love to watch it together as well. So the past two versions of Mesk, we watched it together, and we were always saying between us that we wanted to take part in it.
Malta having limited opportunity, being it an island. They're little venues, but then also there's the biggest avenue, which is Eurovision Song Contest, something that we all celebrate around the year with our friends and family. It's a yearly appointment where you sit down, get some snacks, everybody there enjoying it. So we said, why not us, At the same time, we always saw the lack of alternative scene being represented in this festival. It's part of the music industry which doesn't get enough attention. Yeah, our experience in Eurovision Malta selection had quite a good progression. We joined in unknowing of what the competition entailed, in the sense that whatever happens at the backstage and behind the scenes was something that we weren't really prepared for. We're used to live performances and improvising ourselves on stage. We never had a concept of choreography or anything of the sort which puts on a show. And for us, the challenge was to fit in as much creativity in 3 minutes. Us coming from a music background and a music video world, we want to portray a similar performance as we would do when we're releasing a song. Many people know that once you have an original song done, the next step is to represent your song through a visual concept. And that's what we wanted to do for Malta Eurovision Song Contest. We placed different scenarios on stage, which told the story of the song, and we made sure to deliver the story visually. It would be no better prize than to give back to Malta the opportunity they gave us with the possibility of a good result. But then again, we've all experienced positive energy once we got the title and were chosen to represent Malta. Everyone was happy for us, to the point where they're just telling us, just go, have fun, get the best out of this opportunity. And I think that just makes it a bit more humbling. But we do shoulder this responsibility. So we sat down and we started thinking what songs we could go for. And we all went down the list and saw what has the most potential to fill the stage as a show. And I remember as soon as Dance Our Own Party started, be it just an instrumental, I saw Sean's face light up with the bass line. Jean has this thing, he goes, yes, I feel this is the one. And as a unanimous vote, we just went for this one. We worked with Matthew James on it until the point where all of our ideas were there. Matthew managed to translate our ideas into production very, very well. And then came the deadline, and we submitted the song how it was, basically. Then once we were selected with the shortlisted for the 40 quarterfinalists, we had the possibility to remaster the song and maybe add a bit flare-ups with the production. That's where Michael Gioacchini came along, and he added a bit of spice, a bit of hi-hats there, a bit of Mickey Magics. And that's what he does. He takes a song and just makes it sound so much better. And that's how the collaborative process happened. We were inspired by the song's production. It has a groove, it has a dancey feel, but looking at us and having this conversation with ourselves, we're like, okay, we're not really the ones to be like,
Really not dancers.
Yeah, we're not dancers, we're not that groovy in a way, but like, how can we translate it? But then we were speaking and we're talking and thinking of what we can represent and who can we represent and which part of ourselves can we put in the song. so it can be as authentic as possible. And actually, it's that we're not very good socially, and I think that's what it speaks about. You know, the social anxiety you feel at a party sometimes after a long day, and you put yourself in a situation where you can just feel your body telling you, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here." So it's about taking the decision to get yourself out of that situation, calm your social anxiety, meet with friends that you're comfortable with in a place where it makes you a bit feel more comfortable, listen to songs that you know, and maybe possibly wearing your sweater, because, yeah, you just feel good in it.
Feel better.
In
my sweater.
I think mental health plays an important role there, especially in the music industry, where we see a lot of touring artists suffering from mental health due to hectic schedule. So I think it's great that nowadays there's even more awareness being made about this, because at the end of the day we are all human beings. And I think, yes, that's something that as a band we always were advocates for mental health. We also released way back in 2016, we released a track which was in collaboration with Richmond Foundation, which is a local foundation that is an advocate for mental health. And even in preparation to all of this, we knew that we're going to have a busy schedule, and obviously to be able to make it, to play in different places, to go to Liverpool, then to represent your country. I mean, it's a huge responsibility, and it's easy for you to trigger your anxiety. And I think we all prepared ourselves mentally as soon as we were chosen to represent Malta, and we said, like, listen, okay, it's important that not only the physical health but even the mental health side, we need to take care of it, because it's something that we need to have courage to perform music and make sure that we enjoy the experience at the end of the day. So I think what worked in Malta. So yes. First of all, we have a book of secrets, which unfortunately we cannot reveal so much about our staging and performance in Liverpool. But what we can say is that the storytelling of the song, the way we wanted to portray it on stage, we tackled it the same way we tackled the song. So because we believe that the storytelling aspect of it goes hand in hand with the song, and I think we all sat down together and we discussed some ideas together, and we came up with this whole storyline of how we want to present the song to the audience. There, then where we met our creative director Steve, Steve Levi Vella, who helped us envision better our ideas, because obviously we never worked with stage production. In fact, when we were planning the stage plan, we ended up placing ourselves at the backstage. So that's where we knew we wanted someone to guide us, to help us, and to mentor us in all of this process. What we can say for Liverpool is that we will definitely enhance the production element of the staging.
Hopefully we'll find time, obviously, so we can enjoy each other's company, rather than just always being focused on work. We can focus on ourselves and on our friendship, and actually maybe be inspired to write an amazing follow-up as well. So, yeah.
Mine has to be Duncan Lawrence's Arcade. I believe his songwriting was quite unique for the competition, and he just proved that you can never stop a good song.
Yeah, for further to his, I also love Daddy Freyer, and both songs, both the entries that they had. Funnily enough, they're both going to be at the finals as well, so hopefully we'll be there to see them as well, and maybe have a conversation and give them a party hat so they can have their own party as well. And and that's me, quirky is cool.
So for me, it has to be Maneskin. The main reason is because I grew up listening to alternative rock music. So the fact that there was a representation of this genre on Eurovision, it was a big win for me. And even the fact that them as artists also are at the moment are touring the world and releasing albums. So it's something very inspiring for us, even as a band, that there is a life after Eurovision at the end of the day. So I think as artists we all strive to have that life and the opportunity to perform and write more music.
our main focus is definitely going to be Eurovision. It's such a big of an opportunity, which requires the respect it will give us. There's also the concept that what happens after Eurovision is yet to be decided because Eurovision hasn't happened yet. But further to that, as a band, our main core value has always been to write music, release music, and always we've tried to reach the next goal and try to reach the next level in our career. So those are the main core values that we will be following. Whatever opportunity arises, we'll be sure to, consider in the fact that, yes, this platform is massive and maybe we get enough attention that will propel us to the next challenge.
I believe royalties are the essence of not what we do it for, but it's the reward, financial reward that you get at the end of the day as a well done and a tap on the back. In reality, it's what you strive for as an artist because you want to get that recognition that your song is being listened to. Apart from that, obviously, there's also the fact that making music is a very expensive process. So those kinds of things are exactly what leads to us to be able to finance our projects and to make better and better music as time goes by.
Do you have a recollection of your first payout?
Of course you have.
Yeah.
Definitely. I remember once I opened my bank account and I saw this incoming statement from peers, and I was like, guys, I don't know what's happened, but we received funds for one of our tracks. And in fact, the whole story behind it was that one of our tracks was featured in a commercial, and it was our first royalty that we received, and it gave us a boost and hope. Yes, that's okay. We can actually earn money from our own original material, not only by performing live. And I think yes, that gave us a boost for us to keep on working on tracks. In fact, after that one, we had also other opportunities where other songs were published as well on different commercials, on independent movies. So yes, it's very exciting.
Friend of mine said, in order to write about life, you need to live life. So anyone out there who's starting out to start writing songs or make music, I think the commitment of music chooses you. You don't choose it. It's just one of those things that you stumble upon and realize that this is your avenue. This is the way how you speak and connect with people. It is a satisfaction that you get when you birth a song or an idea or a concept that you manage to put through. Then you see someone connecting with it. And at this point, given that our song is being listened to globally, we're starting to understand how much connection you can make with a track. A lot of people have been reaching out and telling us, thank you for this song. It actually encapsulated what I've been feeling, but not always had the courage to speak about. Whoever you are, wherever you are, you have a message to say. Putting it in a 3-minute song or a 4-minute song, no limitations. Just make sure that whatever you're producing is authentic to you and authentic to the message. Just always practice. I don't know if you guys want to add.
Just one small thing, because that was perfect, by the way. I want to add that regardless how long you've been trying to do this, and maybe you haven't gotten to the stage where you want to get to, as in I've been seeing my buddies here for 11 years, over time, working on different acts and songs and productions, and in Dave's case, taking part in a lot of different platforms and competitions as well, which most people shy away from sometimes. You can't shy away from things. You have to really try your best and do as much as you can to give your music the opportunity to reach the levels that it can. So this is the first time probably I've seen one of our tracks do so well and get so much feedback. So that's been 11 to 12 years in the making in total for the band. So it's a feeling that while I talk about this, I have the little hairs in the back of my neck going up. It's something you can't quantify with words. So please don't limit yourself based on thoughts or misconceptions.
My last comment is play everywhere, honestly. I mean, in music there aren't any limitations, so the more opportunities you get to perform, the better, because you don't know who you will be reaching on the night.
Just, if you really love music, follow it wherever it takes you.
Meachen.